I bought Peterbot's exact gaming setup he used to win over $1 million in Fortnite tournaments to see if it could actually make me a better player. So we'll start with the thing that Peterbot's most known for, which is of course his Apex Pro TKL keyboard. And I've never actually tried this keyboard, but it was $200 and I know a lot of other pro players use it too. So let's pull it out right here and this is what it looks like. So honestly, it doesn't really look special at all. It has like very normal, just all black design, all black keycaps. I do really like that it's a TKL, so it still has the arrow keys and all the F keys, but of course it still cuts off right here, so it's still pretty small overall. This is actually a screen right here, and I think you can set like different adjustments to it, so we'll have to try that. All of these keys do have a super low actuation point. You can set it all the way down to 0.1 millimeter, which means like even this would register as a press. And it also has rapid trigger, which will definitely help for movement because Peterbot doesn't actually use double movement binds. On the back, it does have the stands, which I don't think any good players actually use, and then it has this little fold, and it's actually a keyboard tool under this little fold. So you can use this tool to just easily pop off any of the keycaps, and under the keycaps are these red switches, which with the way these work, this keyboard is actually really quiet. It's not clicky, like hardly at all. The sound is like really dampened. I'll do a sound test right now. I honestly prefer that though, because otherwise really clicky keyboards can get so annoying. I'm pretty sure this keyboard isn't wireless, so it does come with a cable for it. And then I think it also comes with a wrist rest under here. It does. So this is basically like a magnetic wrist rest that just attaches right to the bottom of it. It's actually kind of cool, but I don't know that Peterbot actually uses it. So now that I have Peterbot's Apex Pro TKL, the next is his gaming mouse, which is the Logitech G Pro X Superlight 2. I honestly don't even know that much about this mouse, besides the fact that it has an 8,000 hertz polling rate. So this mouse has a fully solid shell. There's no like cuts in it for lighter weight. It has two side buttons on it. It has the normal two mouse buttons on top and then the scroll wheel right here. I actually already have the first version of this mouse too, which if you're looking at them side by side, you probably can't even tell which one is the new one. But I'm pretty sure the new one has like way upgraded specs, at least I hope, because I paid $140 and I hope it's not the same exact mouse. The only actually noticeable difference is the old one uses micro USB and the new one uses USB-C. So at least I know for sure that it is a new mouse. And now in the rest of the box, this is gonna have the wireless receiver, of course. We got the charging cable here. It's not that lightweight. Like I don't think I'd wanna play with this plugged in, but I'm pretty sure this mouse charges really fast and the battery lasts a long time. And it looks like it also comes with these like grip tape things, which is actually kind of cool, I guess, in case your hand gets like really sweaty on the shell. And I just noticed that the bottom is actually a little different too. This is the old version and then this is the new version. So they actually added an extra skate down here that you can switch out, so maybe it can glide a little bit smoother. And Peterbot does play on 360 FPS, but my PC likes to overheat and crash a lot. So Be Quiet's actually sponsoring this part of the video, and I get to show off their water cooler called the Light Loop. So to make sure I don't overheat on Peterbot's 360 FPS, let's install this. So this is actually a water cooler, and usually these are like the loudest parts on a PC, or one of the loudest, but this company is literally called Be Quiet. So their whole thing is like German designed, high quality, super silent products. So they mainly make like fans, power supplies, CPU coolers that are all really popular. So I got it installed and it's actually so quiet. You literally can't hear anything, and the RGB on all of this looks so good. And so now I have a brand new super sweet looking water cooled Be Quiet CPU cooler. And if you're building a PC or need to upgrade your parts, make sure to use Be Quiet's fans, power supplies, and CPU coolers. They're all really good. So Peterbot's Apex Pro TKL, Peterbot's G Pro Superlight 2, Peterbot's 4090, the Be Quiet CPU cooler. Right here I have a 360 hertz monitor, so let's try Peterbot Setup. So usually I actually play on 240 FPS, so that's what I'm set to right now, but Peterbot does play on 360 FPS, so let's cap my FPS to that and see if I can hold it, which I actually can. I'm holding it super well. So the 4090 gaming PC is definitely working out, and this actually feels so smooth. So now, even though I have Peterbot's keyboard and mouse, it won't be the same feel unless I go and adjust the actual settings. So I need to go into these keyboard settings. On all of his keys, Peterbot uses a 0.2 actuation point, and then specifically on his edit key, which is F, he uses rapid trigger turned on. That's the only key he uses it for. Okay, so the keyboard setup, and the only thing we have to do for the mouse is make sure it's on 800 DPI, which I can just tell from playing that it's the
default. The default DPI is 800, and I can already tell how just smooth this setup feels. It's crazy. I haven't played keyboard and mouse in so long, and I already feel like I'm moving on this. It's also pretty obvious that the rapid triggering makes editing way faster. And this might sound crazy, but like a month and a half ago, I fully learned Peterbot's binds and settings. Like, it's almost bad at this point, but he is the best player in Fortnite history, so to mimic his setup is not that crazy. So a super unique way that he plays that I learned how to play just like him is his actual movement, like how he presses all of his binds. Most people play keyboard and mouse like this, where they put their middle finger on W to move forward, they put their ring finger on A to move left, and they put their index finger on D to move right. But this means that most players can't move to the right and like edit at the same time because they use the same finger for that. So if they're trying to move the right, they have to stop and then continue moving to the right, and it's just not fluid. So what Peterbot actually does is shifts all of his fingers over one. So he actually clicks forward with his ring finger, he clicks left with his pinky finger, and he clicks right with his middle finger. That leaves his ring finger to always be building, editing, doing something over here, so he doesn't have to worry about clicking movement binds with that. And I'm not gonna lie, it took me a long time to get used to, but once I got used to it, it actually makes so much sense. And then over on his mouse, he also uses a unique strategy, because most people will just play like this, where their index finger is on the left click and then their middle finger is on the right click, and if they need to scroll, they'll just move their index finger to the scroll wheel and move it back. But to be as fast as Peterbot, he uses a claw grip, so he kind of grips the mouse more like this, so it's not really in his palm, it's just kind of hovering over it. He puts both his index finger and his middle finger on the left click and then uses his ring finger on the right click. And so what this lets him do is have one finger specifically on the ADS, so his ring finger is only for ADS, his middle finger is only dedicated to the scroll wheel bind, so he only scroll wheels with his middle finger, and then his index finger can select the tiles and shoot. So he's literally adapted everything to be as fast as possible. So now let's get my first ever 1v1s on Peterbot Setup. I haven't played keyboard and mouse in so long, so this is gonna be so hard to try to remember how to do everything. No, he got me. Everything about this setup does feel incredibly smooth though, it's insane. Oh, 180, let's go. Oh, that was so close. I honestly thought that having the same keyboard was gonna make a bigger difference, but so far it really hasn't. Like, I've tried other good keyboards in the past and they all feel like pretty similar, to be honest. I don't know, to me it kind of just feels like a lot of pro keyboards, they don't feel the same, but they all feel like good. Not one of them feels like bad. Oh, look at that aim right there. I'm starting to warm up here. But also, maybe the more I play on this, the better I'll feel. And to be honest, the mouse doesn't feel that different to me either. Like, I guess it's not really the setup. I feel like the binds and settings are more important than the actual setup is. Oh my, if I would have hit that clip, that would have been disgusting, bro. Oh, another one. So obviously my PC can hold 360 FPS in a creative map, but now I'm in a normal game and I'm also in 1440p. So can my PC hold 360 FPS at 1440p? But gliding into this PUI, I do still have 360 FPS, and this is like usually when you get kind of the worst FPS. All right, we got some Peterbot aim right there. $35. Dead, let's go. Honestly, it kind of feels like every single piece of Peterbot's setup is important. Like, even down to his sense and binds and just the unique way that he plays. I think all of it plays a role in him being as fast as he is. Bang, let's go. Let's go. Bro, holy, I can't piece right now. You know, I don't think I'm doing that bad for mainly being a controller player. No, bro, that thing's so OP. And that's Peterbot's gaming setup. Now you can click here if you want to watch me actually learn how to play on Peterbot's binds and settings for an entire week on keyboard and mouse, or you can click here to watch me build an entire keyboard and mouse gaming setup in the backseat of my car. Both are great videos. Make sure to like this one if you enjoyed, and thanks so much for watching.